in a single season, it could be an historic night for the Lakers. Okay, thank you.
Keep going, keep going.
Keep going. Well, I can keep going, certainly. And speaking of 20, that's the number for, I don't know what else, but I'm just saying stuff off the bat. I'm looking at the Lakers warming up here. I'm looking at Tilly Patrick. What an offensive weapon she was yesterday, being inserted into the offense.
This is a production of Hockey Night in Oswego, only on WTOP.
And welcome in to the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena for yet another showing of Hockey Night in Oswego. Tonight, here on WTOP 10, we bring you a SUNY women's hockey matchup between the Oswego State Lakers and the Morrisville Mustangs. To my left is the marvelous Matthew Rivenberg, and to his left is the stupendous Jason Samsel. Gentlemen, how are we feeling today?
I'm feeling good for the first time being an analyst. I'm super excited to be joining you guys, and I'm just excited for today's hockey game.
Yeah, Matthew, I agree with you. I'm excited to watch these two teams going at it head-to-head again. We saw this matchup yesterday. It should be a great matchup again. I'm interested to see how the Mustangs respond losing yesterday. I'm excited to see how they respond here tonight.
Yeah, great game yesterday. I was working the game camera. Didn't get to be on air, but I had a blast being there. But we're going to take a look now into these teams' head-to-head history and how they're looking for the season. So, Matthew, what do you got for me?
Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay, so the matchup preview. We have 16 wins and 1 win. And the Lakers have been dominating the matchup. It hasn't even been close. Only with a win versus Oswego was 2-0 in the 2019-2020 season.
Yeah, Matthew, the Lakers really have been dominant in this matchup. 16-1, it really hasn't been close. But that win in 2019-2020 was later on in the season, and it actually slimmed the Lakers' playoff hopes down a lot. They did not make the playoffs that season, so it was a rough loss for them.
Yeah, well, Mike, that's going to be key for the Mustangs, for Morrisville. If they want to get the win, they have to prevent Oswego from scoring. In Oswego's losses this season, and Oswego's losses, they've been held to either a goal or less in their losses. So, and for Oswego, their one loss to Morrisville was a 2-0 shutout. So that's a key for Morrisville. But it's so tough when you have so many players that can score at will for the Lakers.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to take a look now at the last games that both these teams played. And gentlemen, as you mentioned, Jason, a little surprise. It was last night right here in the Deb against each other, and the Lakers came out with a dominant 4-0 win.
Yeah, and listen, to the Mustang credit, they prevented the Lakers' top 4 scorers from finding the bottom of that yet. But yesterday, it was all about the supporting cast and characters for the Lakers. Tilly Petherick got things started for Oswego, netting just the second goal of her Laker career. In the second period, it was Shea Jazeel and Sofia Kirikostas finding the bottom of the net. And in the third, it was Simone Bednarik putting the nail in the coffin for Oswego as they won, as you said, 4-0 and improved their record in the SUNY as well.
Yeah, and a couple other games also occurred last night in the SUNY. We had Cortland taking on Potsdam and Plattsburgh taking on Canton. And with the playoffs so nearby, the playoff implications for both of these games have just been huge. Following these have been so much fun to do. But Cortland beat Potsdam 5-0 last night. This makes the rest of Oswego's games essentially must-win games. Cortland is 1 point behind the Lakers. The Lakers have 1 game in hand, but the Lakers really do need to win out if they want a chance at this 1 seed, and they're currently sitting at the 2 seed. Now, the other game last night was Plattsburgh versus Canton, and Plattsburgh came out on top 4-0. This one makes it almost impossible for the Kangaroos to make the playoffs. The Mustangs are 3 points clear of the Kangaroos with a game in hand. They're playing out here tonight against the Lakers. Lost last night. If they lose again today and the Kangaroos can get a win later on this week, that could be huge for the Kangaroos' momentum going into the playoffs.
Yeah, it's interesting to SUNY. There are so many teams that are really good this year. Cortland is a real surprise for me. They are a dark horse in the SUNY this year. They're a really dangerous team. They remind me of Oswego in the way that they have so many different players that can step up and score. It's just incredible to watch them play, and it'll be interesting come playoff time.
Yeah, and we're going to take a look now at the SUNY table. So in first place, we've got Plattsburgh. 18 games played, 29 points on the season, 14-3-1 in conference. Lakers have only played 15 games. They have 27 points. So they have 3 games played less than the Cardinals in conference, and they're 13-1-1. If they can win out, they will secure that 1 seed in the SUNY. The Cortland Red Dragons, 12-3-1 with 25 points. Same amount of games played as the Lakers. So like I said, it's kind of a battle for that first place spot between those 2 teams. And then Morrisville and Canton are going at it for that last spot in the playoffs. Buffalo State and Potsdam have been eliminated from contention. So it really is up to Morrisville and Canton to finish out their seasons and get that last spot.
Yeah, and listen, for the teams in the SUNY, you really have to have a healthy offense, especially going into the playoffs. And for the Lakers, last night, it was their 11th game in which 5 or more players registered an assist, and that's a real sign of a healthy offense because you have several different players distributing the puck around. You're not just reliant on one single player. An interesting thing to note, we haven't touched on it, Mac Hall was held to just 1 shot in the game. She's the leader in goals for Oswego, so it's interesting to see how the different casting characters play a big part in this Oswego team.
Yeah, and Matthew, of course, you were down on the sideline with our campus radio station, WMYO. How did that go for you?
I really liked it. It was really good, and I'm excited to be joining you guys today as an analyst, learning a little bit more about the ropes.
Yeah, absolutely. And gentlemen, we talked about last night's game, but Jason, I want to talk a little bit about Lexi Levy. She's been dominant all season long and broke an Oswego State record last night. Tell me more about this phenomenal season for the Lakers.
Yeah, well, listen, it's a new week, a start of a new week, but Lexi Levy had herself quite a week last week. She was named to the SUNY Goalie of the Week, and Levy is a wall defensively. She has the best save percentage in the SUNY at .960, had 23 saves last night, and had her 8th shutout of the season, the most in single-season history for Oswego. She's been historically great for this Laker team.
Yeah, and it almost seems like Levy just gets better and better every single year. You see her save percentage going up. She's really growing and learning out here on the ice, and she is one of the most dominant. She is probably the most dominant goalie in the SUNY, and likely one of the most dominant in Division III hockey.
And Mike, we talk about history being made last week, but history could be made here tonight with a win for Oswego. They would register their 20th win, the most in program history. So the Lakers are chasing history tonight. It'll be interesting to see how they do.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a great game here, but we're going to go to a quick break. Don't go anywhere, though, because when we come back, it'll be picks, players to watch, and all your favorite parts right here on WTOP 10.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
And welcome back into the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. In case you forgot, I'm Mike Neckers, and alongside me is Matthew Rivenberg and Jason Samsel. Jason, you just talked about Lexi Levy a bit before the break, but let's talk about the other goalies out here on the ice. We've got a great matchup between the two.
Yeah, and yesterday was a great matchup. Elizabeth Timby for Morrisville had 23 saves in the game. We got to have some respect for her. Unfortunately, 4 goals went past her, and Lexi Levy, as we mentioned, 23 saves and another shutout for her. She was the wall all game for Oswego.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how the Mustangs can adjust to that aggressive Lakers offense. But it's time for everyone's favorite part of the night, the afternoon. It's not night right now. Players to watch and picks for the game. So, Matthew, I want you to kick it off with your Morrisville player to watch.
Okay, so my Morrisville player to watch is Allie Davidson. She has 5 goals and 5 assists for the season with a total of 10 points. She wasn't able to find the back of the net last night, and she recorded 1 point in the last 5 games.
Yeah, and my Morrisville player to watch is Tilly Couture for Morrisville. She had 6 shots last night, and they need to get her going if they want to find the score here for Morrisville and pull off the upset. And looking over at the Lakers, my player to watch is Mac Hall. She leads the SUNYAC in goals scored with 10, and also is 5th in assists. She's a dynamic player for Oswego. But here's the interesting thing. She was held to 0 shots yesterday. She didn't record a single shot. She was taken out of the game, essentially, for Oswego. And I'm interested to see how she responds here tonight.
Alrighty, and my Oswego pick is Lexi Levy. She has broke the Oswego women's record for the most shutouts in the season. She led 2 goals in her last 5 games, and she is the glue that holds this team together. All eyes are on Lexi tonight.
All right, Matthew, and last but not least is tonight's picks, and you're going to kick us off. What's your pick for the game?
My pick is 5 for Oswego and 2 for Morrisville.
Yeah, I got the Lakers taking this one 3-1.
And gentlemen, it wouldn't be a TOP broadcast if someone didn't pick the underdog. So give me Morrisville 3-2. I think they're going to shock the world, try and solidify their place in the SUNYAC playoffs tonight. And folks, that's all the time we've got, but don't go anywhere because after the break, it'll be Rob Finger and myself on play-by-play in color right here on WTOP 10.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Like licorice, Twizzlers, absolutely nasty. The thought of turkey is just nauseating.
I think you're wrong, is what I think.
You think I'm wrong a lot of times.
I do think you're wrong a lot.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
It's Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one. Broadcast news.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Welcome back, hockey fans, to WTOP 10 Sports. My name is Rob Finger, alongside Mike Neckers, and we're here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena for today's matchup between your Oswego State Lakers and the Morrisville State Mustangs on what may be a very historic day for the Oswego State Lakers women's hockey program here, Mike.
Yeah, history might be an understatement here, Rob. A chance for a season record for most wins in the regular season for the Lakers. They can come out here and do what they did last night. Got a 4-0 win. If they can do that again tonight, it's going to be a very, very impressive feat for this team.
Absolutely, and as well as for most conference win as well. With this being a SUNY conference game, they could set the record for conference wins as well. So we will get things started underway with speed here. Sophia Kirkostas dumping it into the Morrisville end here as they will get the offense going. Back below the goal line it will go. Leola Johnson trying to get it up the far boards here. Just stuck in that far corner. I believe that's Megan Smith as well as Sophia Kirkostas there in the far corner. Just trying to get it out, but it's Leola Johnson who comes out from Morrisville. Over to Bailey McMaster on the near side. Getting it up is Allie Davidson, dumping it into the Lakers' end. Lexi Levy stopping it behind her net here. Levy in net for the Lakers today, as well as that's number 40, Sydney Canham on the other side for the Mustangs. Coming in. Ashton McGrath sending it all the way up there for Lauren Schell. Lauren Schell trying to keep it in. Goes over to Avon Wagaman over on the near side from Morrisville. Erica Parenti, though, coming back the other way. Mac Hall going into the far boards for it, coming out. Up to Lauren Schell. Schell sending it right in towards the slot. No shot will come, however. Avon Wagaman up the near boards from Morrisville, getting it off the near boards and into the Lakers' end. Lexi Levy stopping it again. Riley Preston now up for Simone Bednarik. Over to the near side. Oh, Couture, though, intercepting that for Morrisville as Clark comes in, sends it over to the far corner. Elysian Bouchard now up for Madison Lawrence at the point. Walks in. Shot. Save made. Levy sends it right back in. Not covered yet. Instead, it's taken away by Mac Hull off those far boards. Big shot, though, from Madison Lawrence. It goes right in towards the center. Not covered yet. It'll go over to the near boards. Simone Bednarik. Now around for Riley Preston. Off those far boards through the legs of Mac Hall, but keeping it just in there was Alicia Bouchard. Here comes Allie Davidson. Puts a shot on, blocked away though by Lauren Schell. Lakers just trying to get it out of their zone here as Morrisville's doing a good job of keeping it in as Madison Tompkins puts one in, but Lexi Levy able to grab that off the backboards and cover it up for a stoppage with only 2 minutes gone here in the first period here, Mike.
Yeah, and a very different start from what we saw last night for the Mustangs. Last night looking a little flat-footed, but tonight a lot of speed out here on the ice, coming out hot.
Absolutely, the Lakers will definitely want to be a little bit worried about that. As here they come winning that faceoff, just trying to get a shot there, and that was number 16, Avery Holland. It'll go to the near boards instead. Helen Van Dam under some pressure. Grabbing out Jaden Kelly, though, coming off the boards. But Morrisville will steal it back. Nitre sending it all the way around below the goal line. Helen Van Dam having to go for it. Instead, it's number 13, Kennedy Kirkby coming out with it. Kirkby now up for number 18, Rachel Corbett. Coming into the Morrisville end, into the slot. No shot will come now. Now it comes, she scores! Rachel Corbett!
And that's Corbett's 4th goal of the season. A big one here to give the Lakers a 1-0 lead just 3 minutes into the first period.
Rachel Corbett putting away our worries easily here. With only a minute, 2.5 minutes into this first period, 1-0 is the score from the Dab. Morrisville, though, winning that face-off back. They want to get it back into that Lakers end and get that tie back fairly quickly here as Easton taking it over the near boards now. Grabbing that instead, Elizabeth Cooley sending it right in, but instead it's Allie Davidson taking it up the far boards and dumping it in. Chasing after it is Bailey McMaster. Trying to send it to the center there, but instead it's Leah Coley. Coley going to the far corner. Coley under pressure there, gets a hit from Bailey McMaster. As here comes Morrisville back again. They send it towards the center, but no Mustang is there. Instead, Emma Thompson's having to chase it out of the zone for it. Meadow Clark dumping it in. Going for it as well is Elmila Lomas, as instead it's Elizabeth Coley who comes out with it. Lauren Shell losing that. Here comes Morrisville. A quick backhander there from Alexis Spears. It'll go wide. Cooley sending it all the way out. It'll go to the neutral zone. They will regroup. Oh, blocked there by, I believe that was Leah Coley on the far side. As again, Morrisville coming up the near side again. Lil Lomas trying to work with it, but instead it's Tessa Mucha who steals it away. Mucha to Shell. As Rachel Corbett gets recognized here at the dab for her goal early in this game here, the sole scorer so far. Sending it all the way down the other way is Lauren Shell as that went off the stick of McGrath, so no icing. Coming back the other way, McGrath able to keep it in. Sending it down towards Kirk Costas. Having to go into the corner for it, sends it over to the near side. Megan Smith going for that for the Lakers. Instead, it's McGrath keeping it in. Below the goal line, it'll go. Leola Johnson now up for Tilly Couture. Back to Johnson. Johnson chooses over to the far side. It'll go out of the zone. Morrisville will come the other way, but trying to stop that anyway was Megan Smith. As here comes Morrisville back in. Couture sending it all the way around in. Alicia Bouchard trying to keep it on those far boards. Allie Davidson in to help her. Lakers just trying to get it out. Simone Bednarek. Here comes Riley Preston. Sends it over to Kirk Costas on the far side. Oh, but Riley Preston just a couple strides over. That'll be offsides.
Yeah, and just a lapse of judgment there. The Lakers maybe not thinking on their feet, unable to stay on side on that play, and that's going to cost them a chance at a goal.
Absolutely. Offsides calls like that can seriously harbor your momentum. But nonetheless, they will try to win that faceoff, but instead it's Morrisville taking it the other way. Madison Tompkins into the zone. Quick shot, gloved away by Lexi Levy. Unfortunately, she does not catch it, though. Helen Van Dam will take it. Van Dam up for Bednarek. Up the boards it'll go. Thompson, though, handing it back to Kirkby, who hands it to Meadow Clark, trying to dump it in. Stopping that, though, is Shea Jazeel. Here come the Lakers. Simone Bednarek in the zone. Shot, save made by Canham. Mac Hull on the near side. Turns around, tries to go the other way, hands it to Simone Bednarek back below the goal line. Stealing it away, though, is Madison Tompkins. Stealing it back, though, for the Lakers is Mac Hull. Hull up the boards. Stealing it away is Madison Tompkins again as it goes into the neutral zone. Leah Coley will reverse it. Erica Parenti going into the zone for it. Stealing it away, though, is Avery Holland. Going it back right into the hands of Leah Coley, though. As Sydney Pinty now on this time. She will dump it into the zone. Jenna Majewski chasing after that. Meadow Clark, though, getting it up for Holland, who gets it up for Kirkby. Into the neutral zone. Lakers not letting Morrisville go past that center red line so far in the past few minutes. Jaden Kelly trying to send it across there. Instead, it's Jenna Majewski looking to send it to the near side, but Morrisville gets it out once again. Sydney Pinty, though, not letting it cross that red line. Rachel Corbett handing it to Majewski. Majewski looking over her options, and she comes back around trying to get it to Jaden Kelly right in front, but instead it'll go back to her below the goal line. And here comes Morrisville the other way. Allie Davidson, woman from Niagara Falls, the Canadian side. As Preston goes back below the goal line, sending it up for Rachel Corbett, who instead gets it up for Sydney Pint, or Lauren Shell, I should say. Keeping it in is Morrisville. Let's send it all the way back into the near corner. Leola Johnson. Now to Bailey McMaster. Not Lawrence. Now up for the Lakers going the other way. Riley Preston having to chase after that as he goes all the way back into the Lakers, and that will be an icing with 12:56 left to go in this first period of play.
Yeah, in these past few minutes, the Lakers have looked really strong offensively. They're moving the puck, they're possessing the puck, and they're just not giving the Mustangs any chance to breathe.
Yeah, we'll have another face-off here to the right of Sydney Canham, the former goaltender of the Rome Grizzlies right here in Central New York. She'll go, and her team will win the face-off back below her now. Bailey McMaster trying to get it off the board. She gets it up for Leola Johnson, who gets it long out of the zone here. Tilly Petherick going into the Lakers' end. Cooley now up for Burke. Burke coming into the zone. Burke trying to get it back to Cooley. It's Van Dam, the walking in shot save made by Canham. Still there, though. No shot will come. It hops over and in. And the Oswego State Lakers, just halfway through this first period, will take a 2-0 lead from home.
And it looks like Elizabeth Cooley is going to claim this one. The Lakers making it 2-0, putting on another dominant performance here in the first period.
And that is how you handle a rebound. Crash the net, swing at it as much as you can, and it eventually will find some twine. As here come the Lakers back the other way once more. Here Costas. Now over for Megan Smith. Smith off the boards, it'll go back up the other way. Grabbing that Emma Thompson. Trying to set it up the far boards on the Morrisville end, but here comes Ashley McGrath. Over for Sydney Pinty. Pinty tried to take a shot, redirected though, did not quite get to the netting, so he will keep playing. Sydney Pinty dumping it in. It'll go back below the goal line. Emma Thompson. Up the boards it'll go. All the way for Haley Easton. Easton dumping it in. Elizabeth Cooley, the one who will get credited with that goal. Putting us up 2-0 here from the Deb. Simone Bednarik handing it off to, as Simone Bednarik got forced right into the goal there. I believe that was number 13, Kennedy Kirkby, as they were coming around. Thankfully, Simone Bednarik able to get back up on her own 2 feet.
Yeah, and Bednarik back up on her feet. Great to see. But that's a tough hit into the post of the net. Wonder how she's going to recover from that one.
Well, thankfully, it looks like she's facing a little bit more frustration than pain, as she will play on. She'll take her place at the right wing, and we will play on as Kirkby trying to send it back into the zone. Instead, it's Madison Lawrence who sends it right in on Lexi Levy, and she will choose to cover as an encroaching Avery Holland and Madison Tompkins there may have rather forced her hand.
Yeah, so an offensive face here for the Mustangs. Now, a chance for them to score. They've taken 4 shots on net, but none of them have been too difficult for Levy to handle.
Absolutely, as another face-off comes to her left. It'll be Erica Parenti and Madison Tompkins, who just got thrown out here. Instead, it'll be Kirkby taking it and winning it back for Cortland. Or for Morrisville, I should say. Madison Lawrence sending it right back in. Grabbing that instead is Riley Preston. Preston getting it from Morrisville. Parenti now up for Matt Hall. Sending it back in though is Morrisville. Grabbing that, Riley Preston. Coming around the near side, off the skate there of Erica Parenti. In the zone it'll go. Matt Hall trying to get a shot on. Instead it's blocked away by Leola Johnson. It'll go to the boards. Parenti for Jazeel. Quick shot. Blocked away by the stick of Haley Easton. It'll go to the near boards. Leola Johnson grabbing it again. Meadow Clark. Now up for Bailey McMaster. McMaster up instead for Haley Easton. Up the near boards they will go. Stopped though by the Lakers. Here they come the other way. Majewski dumping it into the zone. Johnson sending it all the way around. Right into the hands though of Rachel Corbett. She'll send it right back in for Majewski. Jenna Majewski losing that. Recovering it though is Jaden Kelly. Kelly to Majewski to Corbett. She had an opportunity, just could not catch the pass. It'll go all the way back down to the net of Lexi Levy. And she will leave it for Shea Jazeel. Jazeel for Majewski, chipping it up. Into the zone it'll go. Chasing it back in is Morrisville. Leola Johnson leaving that for Amelia Lomas. Lomas getting it back off the boards there. Keeping it in though is Jaden Kelly. Instead it's Ava Wagaman on the near boards, getting it off those boards. Up to Sydney Pinty though. Pinty up for Cooley. Elizabeth Cooley coming in. Tessa Mucha chasing after it. Up the far boards it will go. Burke trying to pickpocket it out through that board battle, and it will be sent back into the zone by Tessa Mucha. Morrisville breaking it out up the far side there. Alexis Spears dumping it all the way back down the other way, and that will be an icing with 9:14 left to go in the first.
Yeah, and we're seeing again here the Lakers just keeping the puck down in Morrisville's zone, not giving them any room to breathe, and really just dominating them. So with 9:14 left here in the first, something's going to have to change for Morrisville if they want to find the back of the net.
Oh, absolutely. As we Get about halfway through this first period, the Lakers already with a 2-goal lead here as it goes right into the hands of Sydney Canham. And they'll get another face-off to her right, take 2.
Yeah, and Canham this is her first time in net this weekend, as last night it was Elizabeth Timby in net for the Mustangs, who let in 4 goals. Canham with 2 so far. Let's see how this one plays out.
Lakers winning that face-off. Sending it right towards the center. It went off a skate and into the pad of Canham. She's able to turn it away, though, as it goes into the neutral zone. Smith trying to reverse it the other way. Instead of grabbing it is Allie Davidson sending it in. Riley Preston. Under pressure, though, from Tilly Couture as it goes back across the net of Levy there, and Kirkostas will hand it to McGrath. McGrath going the other way. McGrath with Megan Smith right next to her, but she's not able to get it to her. Riley Preston, trying to keep it in there. It's forced out, though, by Bouchard, and here comes Allie Davidson. Davidson getting it back to Couture. Big shot, save made by Lexi Levy.
Yeah, and Matthew Rivenberg's player to watch, Allie Davidson, putting her name on the score sheet here with a couple of shots on net. Nothing's fallen for her yet, but putting those shots on net is going to get something going for the Mustangs here.
Yeah, Allie Davidson has been doing a lot of offensive maneuvers and plays tonight. It's just a matter of when it will bear fruit for Morrisville. Van Dam back now for Shea Jazeel. Trying to get it up for Tessa Mucha, instead taking it as Lizzie Burke. Now up for Mucha. Tessa Mucha shot. Turned away by Canham. Goes up for Lizzie Burke. Burke on the near boards here. Tessa Mucha will come out of the board battle with it. Mucha, though, almost getting sent right back into another board battle. Gets it up for Van Dam, who sends it back down for Cooley. Cooley around the far boards. Past the hash marks, around to the top of the circles. Tried to get it over there for Parenti on the other side. Blocked away, though, by a stick of Morrisville. It'll go to the near boards. Parenti trying to work with it. Holland, though, getting it out. Kennedy Kirkby looking to maneuver it out of the zone. Simone Bednarek, though, keeping it in with a skate. Mac Hull sends it back in. Bednarek below the goal line. Now up for Leah Coley. Coley looking over her options, sends it over for Pinty. Sydney Pinty for Simone Bednarek. Over for Coley. Shot over the net. Mac Hull going to the far boards for it. Simone Bednarek getting off those boards. Sydney Pinty trying to hold the line, but Kennedy Kirkby is able to get it around her. Down into the Lakers' end. Leah Coley stopping on a dime, getting it over on the near boards. All the way down, a little bit too long, though. That will be icing.
Yeah, and the Mustangs here with another chance in that offensive zone to possibly put some shots on Lexi Levy, who's been a brick wall all season long. 23 goals allowed on the season, a .960 save percentage, just been a dominant force out there.
Absolutely, but Morrisville so far this game has been very good on the faceoffs, especially when it comes to faceoffs in the Lakers' end. And they will tie this one up. Winning it forward, though, is Mac Hull coming right in to grab it. But Morrisville will control it off the faceoff. Going back below the goal line for it, Leah Coley. Getting it there. Under pressure, though, from Bailey McMaster. Coley will come out with it. Over to the far side for Mac Hull. Mac Hull up for Parenti. Parenti for Sydney Pinty now. Pinty having to circle back. Pinty to Bednarek. 6:38 left to go in the first period. Thompson coming around for Morrisville. Allie Davidson almost got it stolen away there by Jaden Kelly, but she will dump it all the way down the other way. And Riley Preston's hustle will make sure that one is an icing.
Yeah, and one player has been very quiet here for the Mustangs is Tilly Couture. She's had a dominant season, 4 goals, 4 assists, but against the Lakers both last night and so far today, we've barely even seen her make an impact out here on the ice.
There have been a few times when she was forechecking, but once again, a little bit quiet so far in this first period here at the Dab as Riley Preston trying to pinch down for it. Instead, it's Jaden Kelly keeping it in. Preston controlling. Hands it to Kelly. Little buddy pass shot right in on Canham. And she is able to cover.
Yeah, and Canham's doing really solid here so far. Only a .667 save percentage, but she's made a couple of good saves, and the Lakers have just put a couple past her, gotten kind of lucky on those shots.
Absolutely, and especially with a rebound like that second goal, sometimes you just cannot control those if you're a goaltender. Going into the near corner, Majewski and number 4, Madison Lawrence, taking a tumble. Majewski comes out with it right in on Canham. He's not able to release his shot, though. Corbett, across for Preston. Riley Preston, quick shot, goes just wide of the net. Jaden Kelly sending it back to Corbett, a shot off the outside of the net. Jaden Kelly sending it into the corner. Rachel Corbett sending it back towards the center, but instead it's number 4, Madison Lawrence, trying to get it out. Lakers keep it in, though. Corbett around for Kelly. Kelly, got a stick lift there from Clark. Not able to get the pass towards the center. Corbett will have to go to the far boards for it. Rachel Corbett coming around. A little bit of space here. Sends it towards the center, but it's Ava Wagaman looking to get it out. Lakers, though, trying their hardest to keep it in. And Morrisville is able to get it out courtesy of Lomas and Wagaman. Smith getting it for Van Dam. Alan Van Dam going the other way, up the far boards. Dumping it in over the red line. And she will go to the bench for a change here. Tilly Couture. Up the near boards, long over the red line, dumps it in. Off the other side of Lexi Levy's net. The backhanded shot covered up by Lexi Levy with 4:41 still left to go in the first.
Yeah, and a really important cover there by Levy. Looks like maybe there was a miscommunication defensively for the Lakers. As you saw Petherick coming around the left side of the net. Puck came to the right side, and there was almost a shot wide open for the Mustangs. So smart there from Levy to cover that one up.
Absolutely, is another face-off to her left this time. Elizabeth Coley sending it all the way around is Tilly Petherick. Tilly Petherick, who joined us here on WTOP for the all-women's broadcast just last night. Kirk Costas, a really quick shot there. Tilly Petherick will keep it in. Leah Cooley, shot, on the top of the net.
And that's not something you see every day, Rob.
Yeah, in all my years of hockey, I think I've seen that a total of maybe 5 times. And trust me, I have been playing hockey or been around the game of hockey for many, many years. Face off to the right of Sydney Canham. One back by the Lakers, Shea Jazeel. Up the boards here, past Kennedy Kirkby. Now for Avery Holland. Holland going into the zone. Elizabeth Cooley taking it away. Over to the near boards it'll go. Tessa Mucha, getting in a little bit of a hit there from Kirkby. Keeping it out though is Cooley. Cooley for Lizzie Burke. Now into the zone. Tessa Mucha, a shot turned away by Canham. Cooley around for Burke. Burke for Shea Jazeel. Quick shot. St. May Cameron rebound though by Mucha. Now up for Jazeel again. Blocked away. It'll go to the near corner. Mucha around for Cooley. Cooley back for Jazeel at the top. She just couldn't get anything on that shot. It'll go out of the zone. Sydney Pinty for Lizzie Burke. Dumping it into the zone as the rest of her team goes to get a change. Kirkby on the far side. Under pressure there from Bednarik, keeping her honest. Now down for Lauren Schell, all the way up for Mac Hull. Here she comes into the zone. Over for Bednarik, a shot, save made, rebound, and another save. It'll go to the far boards. Lauren Schell dumping it into the zone, coming all the way around. Grabbing that is Morrisville. Haley Eason. Out of the zone she'll come. Over the red line now. Over the blue line into the Lakers' end. Eason back below the goal line it'll go. Mac Hull though getting it up to Erica Parenti, and out of the zone it'll go. Bailey McMaster reversing that right into the hands of Mac Hull. She'll take it into the zone. She's got Parenti. It didn't quite reach her though. We've got a penalty on the play. This one will be on the Lakers. Van Dam trying to touch it up. Spears as well. Van Dam does touch it up. We will have a penalty on number 70 for her on the Oswego State Lakers here. I believe that will be Erica
Looks like it's
Parenti.
going to be Parenti for tripping here, Rob. Maybe sticks just got tangled up, but I want to talk right now about Sydney Canham. A couple of really crucial double saves down there to keep this a 2-0 game.
Absolutely, she's been fairly a brick wall in the back half of this first period here. Just look at that. a couple of saves right in the middle. As Pinty able to grab it and send it all the way down to start this penalty kill for the Oswego State Lakers. Kennedy Kirkby circling around, getting it over towards Tompkins, doesn't quite get it. Instead, Kirkby will have to pick it up again. Handing it to Tilly Couture. Up for Kirkby. Kirkby dumping it in, carrying it in herself, I should say, as it rims all the way towards Lexi Levy, and Helen Van Dam gets pushed right into the goal.
Yeah, and Van Dam taken out by Kirkby there, but Levy's going to cover that one, keeping this a 2-0 game. Lakers doing a pretty solid job here on this first power play defense.
Absolutely, as they've been able to get it out several times here as we watch the replay. Yeah, Kirkby sending Van Dam right into the net there. My goodness. Kennedy Kirkby, we will definitely have to watch her as she gets called back out onto the ice here by the linesman. Over on the far side, yeah, and Kennedy Kirkby will be going to the box because of that.
And Kirkby waving to the Oswego bench.
Yeah, Kennedy Kirkby almost taunting the Oswego State Lakers there. Unfortunately, if I were her, I wouldn't quite do as much taunting on the ice as I would on the scoreboard.
Absolutely, Rob. You stole the words right from my mouth.
Face off to the right, or to the left of Sydney Canham, keeping it in is Mac Hull. Over for Preston. Back to Mac Hull, 4-on-4. Sending it all the way around for Bednarik below the goal line. Bednarik trying to get it up for Lauren Shell, but instead it's taken away by Allie Davidson. Here she comes. She's got an opportunity. Swipes it towards Lexi Levy, but she's able to glove that up with ease. And the call on Kennedy Kirkby, by the way, roughing the call.
And that's a perfect reason right there that you just saw why Allie Davidson is this top point scorer for the Mustangs. Her speed on the ice, her ability to get around defenders and get shots on that is next to none.
Absolutely, as the Lakers win that one back. Leah Coley taking it around the near side. She'll go up the far side instead, trying to get it up through center. Pinty up for McGrath. Well, just in the zone there. Pinty grabbing that, hitting it right to her stick, as she is wont to do. Pinty now down to Megan Smith. Eason sending it all the way around for Madison Lawrence. Lawrence long up past Allie Davidson there, went hopping over her stick, so that will be an icing on the Morrisville Mustangs.
Yeah, and it looked like Davidson was really trying to find Tompkins there, but just couldn't hit her. Played the puck a little bit behind her and wasn't able to find her, so that's going to be an icing call and an offensive face here for the Oswego State Lakers.
1:01 left to go on this first period of play here, just over a minute.
1 minute remaining.
Face off one back by the Lakers. Pinty walks, shot! Almost tipped away by Jaden Kelly, but unfortunately tipped the wrong way. That'll go wide. Madison Lawrence coming through the middle. Grabbing that instead is Haley Eason. Eason coming in, shot right in on Lexi Levy. She will glove that up as to not do any damage on the board.
Yeah, and a pretty simple save for Levy. Had to move her glove maybe an inch, but Parenti's coming back into the game here, and the Lakers are going to have around 30 seconds of power play opportunity here.
Face off to the right of Lexi Levy in the Lakers' end. As grabbing that off the face-off is Rachel Corbett, who gets a little hit from behind as she's able to get out of the zone, but that will be another penalty on the Morrisville Mustangs.
Yeah, so the Lakers are going to go to a 4-on-3 here for 7 seconds. Once Parenti's released from the box, it'll be a 5-on-3 until the end of this first period here.
And it will be quite the opportunity for the Oswego State Lakers as Mark Digby gives them the lowdown. They will come into the Morrisville end. Face off to the left of Sydney Canham. Bednarik, McGrath, Van Dam, and Ho, the ones responsible on the ice. Sent all the way around by Morrisville, all the way back to number 1, Lexi Levy. Number 3, Van Dam grabs it. Number 2, Hall to her left. Bednarik up to the ice here. They have a 5-on-3 now. McGrath, a backhand save made by Sydney Canham with 15 seconds left in this first period.
Yeah, and Canham, not too much trouble on that save. Puck got tipped on the way to her, kind of floated right into her glove.
Thankfully, a fairly easy save for someone like Sydney Canham, as winning that back is Morrisville. But the Lakers will take control. Van Dam across for Bednarik. Shot blocked away. She tried to get another one in, but it'll go into the near corner. 2 seconds left. And that'll do it for the first period of action here from the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. After 20 minutes of play, 2 for the Oswego State Lakers, none for the Morrisville Mustangs so far. And with those 2 penalties as well, we will go into this second period, Mike, with another Lakers power play.
Yeah, Lakers will be 5-on-3 for the first 2 seconds. Probably won't get anything out of that, but then a 5-on-4 for almost a minute and a half. Another great opportunity for them to take a 3-0 lead here. And let's talk about this physicality, Rob. I mean, you saw Kennedy Kirkby put multiple players into the boards, into the net. I mean, that's something that you don't see every day. And I didn't see it yesterday when the Lakers were playing the Mustangs quite as much.
Well, you got to recognize that something like that, she's got to have a bit of a fire under her, especially after yesterday's result. This is a very manageable game for the Morrisville Mustangs, but obviously the Oswego State Lakers looking to make some history. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have our intermission report over there on the perch. Keep it here on WTOP 10 Sports.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
And welcome back into the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. My name's Mike Neckers, and alongside me is Matthew Rivenberg and Jason Samsel. And gentlemen, I just finished up calling color commentary for the first period. Jason's going to do the second, and then we're going to rock, paper, scissors for the third. Maybe we'll do it live on air for you between periods. But that was a phenomenal first period of play, especially if you're an Oswego State Lakers fan. I mean, 2 goals. Rachel Corbett with the first, and then Elizabeth Cooley finding a second off the rebound. Just a dominant performance.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, credit to Morrisville. They came out really aggressive, and at one point they were out shooting the Lakers even in the period. But again, it's just the execution of the Laker offense is the reason why they were able to net 2 goals in that period.
Yeah, an absolutely dominant offensive performance for the Lakers. But defensively, they were really strong as well. I mean, they allowed a decent amount of shots from the Mustangs, but none of them were really super aggressive, super demanding shots that made Lexi Levy have to work very hard to make the save.
Yeah, 15 shots for Morrisville, 9 on goal, and Levy's already up to 9 saves. But again, none of them were really a threat to getting past her. And again, I think it just speaks to again, the quality of shots from Morrisville versus Oswego.
Yeah, and Levy had a pretty easy first period, but Sydney Canham did not. Faced 16 shots on net, made 14 saves, including a couple of extremely impressive double saves, but did let in those 2 goals early on.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, for this Laker team, they just have so many weapons that they have on their arsenal at any time. In the past 2 games, 6 individual scores for Oswego. That's a line and a bench player. It's just incredible, the type of depth that they have on this team. That's the reason why they're just so dangerous as a team as a whole.
No, this team is it feels like it's such a cohesive unit, and it becomes more abundantly clear to me every time I watch one of these games or work one of these games, just how together they are and how connected they are, both on the ice and like in the classroom, at practices, all those things.
Yeah. One thing I want to bring up is it really was physical. I saw an Oswego player hit the goal. It's been a really physical game today so far.
Yeah, and this game's about pride for the Mustangs. They don't want to get embarrassed twice, back-to-back games. They came out aggressive because they want to earn respect and they want to have respect. And that's the reason why they were so aggressive early. But again, it's just the Lakers were able to outbody Morrisville. And we saw that in the second goal. We just saw the Laker team was able to collapse into the goalie box with little pressure from the defenders of Morrisville, and that's the reason why they were able to score.
Yeah, and Matthew, along with that physicality, we had an influx of penalties towards the end of that second period. Of course, Erica Parenti getting the first one, and then shortly after her, Kirkby cross-checking Bednarik into the goal. I mean, that's sure to get you a penalty almost every time. Luckily, Bednarik was able to get right back up, keep playing on the right wing for that next face-off. But the Lakers were not able to capitalize on their power play. Granted, they only had it for about 30 seconds, and they're going to have it for another minute and a half here in the second period.
Yeah, and that's big momentum for the Lakers going into the second period as well. When you have numbers to your advantage, that's a big momentum shift for the Lakers.
Yeah, and Jason, I'm going to start with you. If you're John Briggs, the Morrisville head coach, what are you telling your players in the locker room right now?
You just have to get in. You have to really play tight with the Oswego defenders. The key for Morrisville defensively is to prevent the line changes from occurring for Oswego. They have to be able to get pressure on the Laker defenders, on the Laker players, so they can prevent those line changes. Because listen, every time the Lakers, every couple of minutes, the Lakers have fresh legs underneath them, and that's the reason why they're able to apply the pressure and sustain it throughout the period.
And Matthew, if you're Mark Digby, the Oswego State Lakers head coach, what do you think you're telling your players in the locker room right now?
I'm telling them they're doing a great job doing 2-0, blocking the goalie, blocking tons of goals. I'd say they're doing a great job. Keep up the work and don't struggle. Just keep up the play.
Yeah, I think Oswego's press has been really solid here in this first period. They're really making Morrisville work to get the puck out of their own end. So if they can just continue to do that, continue to force mistakes from the Mustangs, that's how they're going to continue to succeed here in this game. So with that being said, guys, I want to talk a little bit about our score predictions from earlier on tonight. Of course, I said Morrisville 3-2, 2-0. It's still possible. I've got faith in the Mustangs here. Matthew, what about you?
So mine is 5-2. So I do still have some faith in the Lakers to get 5 points, but Morrisville, hopefully they'll catch back up like you said, Mike, and hopefully get those 2 points that I predicted.
Yeah, and my score prediction was 3-1 Oswego, and it might be on point for Oswego, but for Morrisville, they have to start trying to apply pressure offensively and really try and maneuver their way around the Laker defense, and that's what's been so challenging for Morrisville, is just trying to maneuver their way around the big bodies that Oswego has on the ice.
Yeah, and Matthew, we talked about your player to watch for Oswego, Lexi Levy, put on a dominant performance so far.
Yes.
But Jason, Mac Hull, been a bit quiet today.
Yeah, no, again, a little quiet of a start. She did have one shot in the period, I do believe, but again, she has to continue to, they have to insert her in the offense if they want to get her going.
Yeah, and one player who has not been quiet is Rachel Corbett. One of the captains here on this team, scored that first goal for the Lakers. They came out a little flat-footed, I'm not going to lie. Morrisville had a couple opportunities offensively. The Lakers get one counterattack, one breakaway, 2-on-1. Corbett from the right side rips it, top right corner. I mean, nothing nothing the goaltender could really do about that there, but what a performance from her in that first period.
And Rachel Corbett is a little underdog, and she's a little dark horse for this Laker team. She has been all over the ice in the last couple of games we've been able to cover, and she was crucial here today, and we saw her with the goal, finding the bottom of the net finally, and again, she just does so many different things. You see her all over the ice, and she's so aggressive, and that's the type of tenacity that this team needs, especially heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, and she leads in shots on goal for the Lakers as well as shots in general. So Corbett really just dominant out there on the ice.
Yes.
Now, Matthew, I want to talk a little bit about your player to watch. I believe it was Davidson for the Mustangs, right?
Yeah.
Davidson, I mean, you've seen her a couple times out here on the ice. She is absolutely flying. She's got a lot of speed, able to skate fast, able to get past defenders. Just hasn't been able to find the back of the net yet. So do you think anything will change here in the second or third? Maybe she'll find the goal?
I'm hoping she'll find the goal and maybe like score a goal for the a goal or two for the Mustangs, but I'm sure that'll happen. Hopefully.
All right, folks. Well, that's all the time we've got here for our between period show. In case you forgot, I'm Mike Neckers, Matthew Rivenberg, and Jason Samsel are alongside me, and we'll be right back on WTOP 10.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close-up of that one.
Matthew,
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close-up of that one.
Matthew,
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Welcome back, hockey fans, to WTOP 10 Sports. My name is Rob Finger, now alongside Jason Samsel here from the Steve Levy press box. And as both teams rejoin us here on the ice, we're here for the second period of action between your Oswego State Lakers and the Morrisville Mustangs in their all-black uniforms there on the far side. It has been quite a game so far. The score after one period of play, 2 for the Lakers, none for the Mustangs so far. But Jason, the Lakers come in with a power play here.
Yeah, Rob, huge momentum for the Lakers, opening up the second period in the power play opportunity, as you mentioned. And listen, for Morrisville, they just have so much on their hands here. In the last 2 games, Rob, I mentioned this in the intermission report, 6 individual scores for Oswego. That's a whole line, Rob, and it's just so difficult for Morrisville to try and contain these Lakers. But again, it starts on defense, preventing the line changes mid-play and really applying the pressure offensively when at all possible.
And we will get things started with earnest here as Majewski sending it right in, and the Lakers looking to put on the pressure fairly early. Oh, Leah Coley there, unfortunately, just handling it outside of the zone there, as Morrisville able to grab it and send it all the way down back towards Lexi Levy. Levy stopping that, leaving that instead for Sydney Pinty. Pinty looking over her options, breaking it out to Leah Coley. Coley for Majewski. Into the zone they will go. Jenna Majewski coming across. Kelly is shot, save made by Sydney Canham to stop it with 19:24 into this first period.
Yeah, Rob, we saw the pressure applied from the Lakers off the top of the first period, and in the second, they are doing the same thing here. They are applying the pressure here, and again, they still have 49 seconds left in this power play opportunity. Got to take advantage. This is a crucial face-off here.
Absolutely, as the Lakers will win that back, but a little bit of miscommunication there. Matt Hall is able to grab it, though, handing to Bednarik. Oh, trying to get it off of Parenti there. A Hall shot, save made by Canham. It'll go to the far boards. Picking it up is Meadow Clark. Clark handed it to Shell. We're in Shell all the way over for Parenti. Erica Parenti back for Simone Bednarik. Bednarik up for Shell. We're in Shell trying to get it in, but it's turned away by Bailey McMaster. Just out of the zone, they'll have to send it right back in. Emma Thompson right into the hands of Erica Parenti. She'll get it over to Mac Hull on the far side. Hull up to Shell. Shell back to Hull. Hull on the far side. Across for Bednarik. Bednarik shot! Turned away by the blocker of Canham. McGrath for Bednarik. We are even strength. Mac Hull shot! Save me! Canham rebound! Save again! Oh my goodness. Simone Bednarik grabbing that. Trying to get it over Ashley McGrath. Lauren Shell over for Mac Hull. Hull sending it towards the center. Ashley McGrath trying to get it in her skates. She will send it back below the goal line. Erica Parenti. Back over for Mac Hull in the far corner. Mac Hull around for Simone Bednarik. Bednarik up for Helen Van Dam at the top. Van Dam getting it down for Simone Bednarik. Back for Parenti. Shot! Kicked away by Canham. Up the near boards here as some of the forward lines need to change for this Oswego State Lakers team. This goes back to Shell, and now up for Lizzie Burke. Burke in the zone, driving into the far corner. Trying to get it back up. Tessa Mucha's in to help out. She tried to get it back in, but it's turned away by Morrisville. They'll send it to the center, but right into the hands of Alexa Spears. Here she comes the other way. Trying to get around Van Dam. Sends it in on Levy. It'll go just wide.
And that's the best look that Morrisville's had all game.
Absolutely. On a different rush like that, they're definitely going to have to use those rushes if they want to get some offense off on Alexi Levy. As getting right into the corner there, Shea Jazeel. Oh, still down. Oh, boy.
Yeah, not an ideal situation there. You don't want to see any player going down there for Oswego. Hopefully she is okay. She's getting tended to, and thankfully able to skate off in her own power. But for the Lakers, they've had a couple good looks there, Rob. We saw a nice setup from Bednarik to it was Lexi Levy, not Lexi Levy, Rob. What am I saying? My goodness. It was Mac Hall. Nice setup for Mac Hall. Nice look for Mac Hall. And that's really, I think, a focal point for this Oswego offense. Try and get her going. She was held just one shot in that period. Held to one shot all game yesterday. So you have to make her a focal point, lead her in goals for this Oswego team.
Yeah, Morris will definitely have had a good job of shutting her down as here comes Ashley McGrath all alone. Backhand save made! Sydney Canham standing on her head. Sydney Pinty going over to the far side, keeping it in as Leah Coley, sending it right in. Off of Amelia Lomas, it'll go to the near boards. Grabbing that. Megan Smith across, Pinty, shot, gloved away by Sydney Canham.
Yeah, respect to Canham. She deflected a couple of slap shots coming her way, and the Lakers came out firing there. Tessa Mucha had a one-on-one opportunity, open opportunity for her, but again, respect to Canham, standing strong in that offensive barrage from the Lakers.
Many goaltenders in the SUNYAC have fallen to Lakers breakaways, but not Sydney Canham today. Morrisville grabbing it, going the other way with it. Lauren Sheldo reversing. Kennedy Kirkby right near the Lakers bench that she taunted a little bit earlier. That'll go into the penalty box here. But we will have a face-off right in center ice.
Yeah, and for Rob, for Morrisville, they have to get the puck past the neutral zone. They've struggled in the game thus far, but they really have to get it past Oswego's neutral zone in order to just have a chance at goals here.
Kennedy Kirkby winning that forward and getting a shot on, but it's blocked away with ease by Lauren Schell. Sending it around is Preston. Rachel Corbett chipping it up, but right into the waiting hand there of Logan Nitre. Around is Riley Preston. Up from Majewski. Up the board, she'll come into the zone. 3-on-2, across to Corbett. It goes past her. Jaden Kelly coming into the zone with it. As Majewski trying to keep it in, but instead it's Allie Davidson coming the other way. Oh, Majewski blocks it. She'll take it and dump it back in. Right in on Sydney Canham. Around for Logan Nitre. Tilly Couture. Oh, stopped by Matt Hall. Here comes Simone Bednarik. Bednarik in the zone, send it right in. Turned away, though, by a deflection. It'll go back below the goal line, and Morrisville will break it out. Here comes Allie Davidson. Long in, off a redirection. Thankfully, Lexi Levy saw that and is able to turn it away as it came right to her pads. Helen Van Dam on the far boards. Through pressure, she's able to keep it. Oh, Erica Parenti getting high stick there, it looked like. As it will go back around into the hands of Morrisville. All the way up for Haley Easton. Oh, stolen away by Sydney Pinty. Here they come the other way. Lakers in the zone. Bednarik looking over her options. Gives it to Coley. Back to Pinty down low. Pinty up to Burke at the blue line. Burke down towards below the goal line. Grabbing that, Madison Lawrence. Up the boards it'll go, all the way over to the far side. Coley having to run for it, and she will make sure that one stays in icing. Yeah. And we'll have an offensive zone face-off on the other end.
Yeah, a little back-and-forth action there. Both teams doing a nice job, but really for the Lakers, just great recognition. You saw Sydney Pinty with the steal from Oswego right after substituting into the game, so that's crucial for Oswego. Just great awareness from this Laker team. They know where everyone's at on the ice, and they just stay strong on both ends of the ice and really waste no time applying pressure. And that's really, I think, what Coach Digby is saying to his players is, hey, apply the pressure early on, get in their faces, and try and break up passes and have breakaway opportunities.
That sort of vision is always important for a good hockey team to have. Vision on the ice, seeing what plays are being made, and this team has an abundance of it. Back over to Shell. Oh, turned away. It'll go into the hands of Alicia Bouchard. Here she comes. Swiped at it by Tessa Mucha. It'll go into the zone, though, for Riley Preston. Preston up for Cooley. Cooley chipping it up. Tessa Mucha forcing it up past Bouchard. It'll go over to Lizzie Burke on the near side. Into the zone. A shot turned away by a stick from Haley Eason. That was coming in right near her. Tessa Mucha up the far boards, trying to reverse it as she came back towards the blue line. Unfortunately, she will be forced out. Over to Kirkostas on the near side. Kirkostas for Cooley. Went right past her into the hands of Ava Wagaman. Wagaman on the near boards. Going into the zone, and that will be an icing as Ava Wagaman was not quite at the red line.
Yeah, and Rob, a little broken up pass play from the Lakers there, but listen, we talk about the pressure being applied from Oswego. Rob, 15 shots 15-3. That's the difference between Oswego and Morrisville. 15-3 in this period alone, and there's still 13 minutes left in the period.
Winning that back is Morrisville. Grabbing that Logan Nitre. Up for Couture. Couture and shot gloved away by Lexi Levy. A little flash of the leather there.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad look from Couture at all. I mean, it was a slap shot, but nonetheless, it was still a very effective one at that. A lot of power in that shot. And listen, she's someone to really watch out for on the ice. Tilly Couture, she's a really great player for the Mustangs. I think she leads the team in points and has 4 assists as well for the season. So she's someone to really watch out for on the ice.
Absolutely. Tilly Couture, though, she's going to want to get a little bit in closer on Lexi Levy if she wants to beat a goaltender like that. Getting up past Ashley McGrath there. They will wave off the icing. Emma Thompson off the glass. Up and, hopping over Helen Van Dam's stick. They'll have to regroup the other way. Tilly Pethrick all the way up for Kirkostas. Pinned along the boards. Patrick and Kirkostas fighting for it. It'll go down the boards and into the Lakers' end. Sydney Pinty across now for Jaden Kelly. Kelly into the zone, carrying it herself. Down below the goal line, around the net of Canham. Now for Coley at the top. Coley, spin move, able to take it. Down to Corbett. Now up for Pinty. Pinty back to Corbett. Corbett coming around, looking to take a shot. Just waiting, leaves it for Coley. Coley to Corbett. Coley again, around, right in front, in the crease, poking it away is Canham.
There's a Hail Mary save from Morrisville there. What a great job.
Absolutely. Canham's vision to see that one and poke it away, but here comes Corbett. A shot goes wide. Kelly sending it across the crease of Canham there, but it's Morrisville picking it up and trying to get it out of the zone. Majewski, though, keeps it in. Here comes Mac Hull, right in the slot. Backhanded towards Kelly. Oh, it's turned away. Mac Hull coming across. Oh, poked away by Tilly Couture. Mac Hull over for Parenti on the near side. Parenti to Bednarek. Suns right in. Oh, off a skate. It goes wide. Mac Hull going the other way. Here comes Allie Davidson. Mustangs coming into the Lakers' end. Just trying to get some offense on. Bednarek. Oh, stopped there by Davidson, but picked up by Mac Hull. Oh, she's tripped up by Allie Davidson. That'll be a penalty. And Morrisville will be going on the penalty kill here. 2 minutes for tripping on number 10, Allie Davidson.
Yeah, and Rob, this team can best be described as a viper. I mean, they really size teams up, and then there's just so many players that can come alive offensively at will. We saw Mac Hull, I got to mention, she has only 1 shot in the game, but also Mac Hull is a dynamic player. She had pinpoint precision, setting up a nice goal attempt there, nice shot attempt for the Lakers. But again, this team just has so many weapons that make this team dangerous.
I said it yesterday in our broadcast of yesterday's game that Mac Hull, a walking, talking X factor. And I still do believe that. And Morrisville obviously saw that coming before they entered this game here. So they've been doing the best that they can to shut her down. Elizabeth Coley over for Pinty. Now over for Jaden Kelly on the far side. Kelly a shot, save made, rebounds there though. Coley tried to put it away, but it's wide of the net. All the way out of the zone it'll go for Morrisville. Sydney Pinty grabbing it.
Yeah, and Rob, really, the real factor here in this game is the way that Oswego was able to control the tempo of the game. They can go really quick when they want to, but they can also slow the game down and try and set up more good looks.
Majewski shot scores! Jenna Majewski! 3-0 Lakers.
Yeah, well, again, Rob, I just mentioned how they can control the tempo of the game, and then you see Jenna Majewski having a quiet game, but then she just came alive out of nowhere and able to score and find the bottom of the net, and again, extends the Laker lead to 3 goals. It's just an incredible job for this Laker team offensively.
Jenna Majewski, the sophomore from all the way out in Arizona, coming in and making it a 3-0 game here for the Lakers as Elizabeth Cooley trying to get that back into the zone for more offense. Here comes Allie Davidson, though, into the zone. 3-0 the score. 10-18 left to go in this second period. Burke going in. Burke trying to get it around. Sending it around though is Bailey McMaster. Lakers though will grab it. Tilly Patrick now down for Elizabeth Cooley. Lizzie Burke up the boards for Van Dam though. Sent right back in. Cooley chasing it, but so does Meadow Clark. Cooley grabbing that. Cooley trying to send it towards the center. Instead it's Allie Davidson grabbing that, and off the glass it'll go all the way down. Helen Van Dam grabbing that for the Lakers. Long pass all the way towards Ashley McGrath, but Madison Lawrence read that like a book. Coming in, sent right towards the center. Ashley McGrath though, redeeming herself, grabbing that and sending it all the way out of the zone.
Yeah, nice disruption there from Madison Lawrence defensively, able to set up Madison Tompkins for a nice goal attempt, a nice shot attempt.
Sending it right back in is Madison Lawrence in on Lexi Levy, and Levy will stop that one with ease. 9:17 left to go in period number 2.
Yeah, and Rob, we just saw another slap shot from Morrisville. That's what they're really resorting to when the Lakers are at full strength, but really their only good looks have come from breakaway plays for Morrisville. It's just so tough to get past this Laker defense. All the defenders, they just have a great awareness situationally, defensively.
Absolutely. It's the one thing that you have not yet seen from Morrisville is them setting it up in the Lakers' end. They really have not been able to set it up in the Lakers' end, possibly since about the start of the game when they started off hot, but it's the Lakers who have been in control ever since. Ashley McGrath coming into the zone. Right into the hands of Emma Thompson, though, the woman from Ingleside in Ontario. Coming up for Morrisville, Couture. Now up for Eason. Eason in the zone, dumping it in. Riley Preston, though, able to steal it away. Preston up for McGrath. Now up for Megan Smith. Smith coming into the zone. Kirkostas back towards Smith. Smith grabbing it right towards McGrath. It'll go just past her stick and out of the zone. Riley Preston getting it for Lauren Schell. Schell off the far boards, right into the hands of Amelia Lomas, though. Here they come into the zone. Lomas looking for an outlet, sends it down low for Alexis Spears. Towards the center, but no Morrisville Mustang was there to grab it. Ava Wagaman was not quite there to get it in time. Madison Lawrence up the boards for Clark. Stopping that, though, is Mac Hull. Hull over on the far boards, able to get it down to Erica Parenti. Parenti and Hull switch sides. Now to Hull in the near corner. Hull for Bednarik. Towards Parenti, a shot. It gets turned away by Sydney Canham once again.
Yeah, and Rob, what makes this Laker team is just so dangerous because every player knows where the other is on the ice, and that's the reason why we see so many great setups here. As we see a great setup there, a great pass, and it almost was able to fall for the Lakers. But again, this team just knows where every other player is at on the ice, and that's what makes it so dangerous offensively.
Erica Parenti, unfortunately, getting thrown out of the face-off circle there. Nonetheless, the Lakers will win it back. Pinty a shot, blocked away by the other 26 on the ice, Logan Nitre. Pinty, though, keeping it in. Hull looking over her options, gives it to Coley. Coley to Hull, to Bednarik, right on in. Not covered yet. It'll go to the far corner. Nitre, right for Alexis Spears. Spears up for Davidson. Allie Davidson coming into the zone. Leah Coley trying to keep her honest. Towards the center, it'll go right into the hands of Mac Hull, who hands it to Bednarik. Bednarik up for Sydney Pinty now. Here they come into the zone. Right up for Mac Hull. Hull, though, getting a little bit of action. Towards the center, it'll go for Bednarik. No shot will come. Simone Bednarik sending it around. Sent across towards Shea Jazeel. She's just able to keep it in on the blue line. Over Van Dam on the near side. Van Dam, a shot save made by Sydney Canham, covering it up once more.
Yeah, Van Dam, a valiant effort there, trying to find something there for Oswego. Credit to Morrisville. They're doing a nice job in this set defensively. They're extending their players up and playing higher, and that's really what we have to do. Try and get in the face of the Oswego skaters and try and really prevent any passes from going through.
Morrisville able to take it out of the zone. Kennedy Kirkby up the boards. Jazeel below the goal line. Shea Jazeel sending it all the way around for Rachel Corbett. Corbett all the way back over to the far side. Majewski having to chase that. Tompkins now up for Holland, dumping it in. Avery Holland sending it all the way in. Lexi Levy stopping that for Riley Preston. Preston for Leola Johnson. Johnson long up. Oh, Couture stopping that shot. Save made. Rebound. Save made again by Lexi Levy. Over the far boards it'll go. Morrisville up for Couture. Shot goes wide. Riley Preston along the near boards. Easton handing it right to Rachel Corbett. And here come the Lakers breaking it out. Rachel Corbett, off the skate there of Meadow Clark. Here comes Couture again. Number 2, shot save made by Lexi Levy again. Lexi Levy shutting the door on Tilly Couture.
Rob, I am in shock. I mean, those are 2 incredible looks from Tilly Couture. Any other goalie in that situation, it would have probably gone past her, but Lexi Levy is just so well disciplined underneath, and she just does not allow anything to get past her.
Here comes Morrisville again. They tried to get it back over for Lomas, but stopping that right in the middle is Lizzie Burke. Trying to hand it up to Tessa Mucha. It'll go all the way down, and that will be an icing, even though I think maybe Elizabeth Cooley might have beat them out to that. But nonetheless, we'll go the other way.
Yeah, and Rob, I mean, listen, again, this is just what makes this Laker team so incredible. As we see the Lexi Levy just staying well-disciplined there. She has her eyes on the puck at all times and just is at the right spot at the right time. It's just incredible how she is able to work.
Lexi Levy ice cold in net as it goes over her net. Lauren Schell grabbing her. Getting it over for Sydney Pinty on the near side. Pinty, long up. Here comes Elizabeth Cooley, all alone on Canham. Shot save made by Sydney Canham again.
Rob, that was an incredible look from Elizabeth Cooley there. And again, it started on defensive zone, but then it was able to result in a breakaway for Elizabeth Cooley. But again, credit to Morrisville, credit to Sydney Canham. She just stood tall in that attempt, and she did a great job preventing the puck from reaching the bottom of the net.
She's 2 of 2 on breakaways against these Oswego State Lakers today. Kirkostas trying to send it towards the center. Instead, it'll go back out to Pinty on the blue line. Kirkostas sending it around for Ashley McGrath below the goal line. Now up for Pinty at the blue line. Pinty across for Coley. Coley for Kirkostas in the near corner. Kirkostas back below the goal for McGrath. That'll go over to the far side. Megan Smith grabbing that. Instead, it's Bailey McMaster trying to get it out. Here comes Smith. No shot save made by Canham. Oh, Kirkostas whiff. Smith throw a shot. It'll go wide. Pinty sending it all the way around into the near corner. Out of the zone it'll go. Allie Davidson handing it up to McMaster. Here comes Morrisville. Up to Davidson. Oh, it goes past her skate. Trying to get it out are the Lakers. And they do, courtesy of Tilly Petherick. Bailey McMaster, the woman from Saskatchewan, coming around. Sending it all the way back, all the way into the zone. That will be a waved off icing. Tilly Petherick looking for some room, sends it all the way around for Bednarek on the near side. Bednarek on the far side, sending it over to the near boards. Bednarek, though, picking it back up. She'll hand it back to Tilly Petherick. Up for Parenti now. Ooh, keeping it just in there. I believe that was Meadow Clark. Hull over to the far side. Bednarek taking it under pressure from Nitre. She's able to swipe it away. Petherick, though, trying to keep it up at those blue line. We'll have a penalty here. This one will be on the Oswego State Lakers as Holland throwing a little bit of a shot at Simone Bednarek.
There, Rob, this is getting chippy out there. We saw about 3 bodies flying for Morrisville. It is getting chippy. Emotions are running high in this game. I think for Morrisville, they do not want to be embarrassed in this game. They're playing for a lot of pride in this game. They don't want to be disrespected here.
Yeah, as Tilly Petherick, getting tied up right there. Boy, oh boy, yeah, tensions are certainly running high, especially for Morrisville. We've seen them be a lot of the aggressor so far in this game as Tilly Petherick now in the box for the Oswego State Lakers. And they will look to kill off this penalty as it goes into the far corner, sent all the way around for Tessa Mucha on the near side. Mucha getting it out. So all the way down, Lizzie Burke beating out any sort of icing that could be. Burke working it around the far boards. Tessa Mucha trying to keep it in, but here it comes Spears, handing it up to Elysian Bouchard. Here comes Bouchard into the zone. Mucha trying to pick it up, but instead it's Riley Preston. All the way down it'll go.
Yeah, Rob, it's just so tough for Morrisville, especially on one-on-one situations. They cannot get past the defenders. They really have to rely on their passing ability here.
Allie Davidson, though, bucking the trend, sends it right in. A shot, a rebound just went wide of the net. Bailey McMaster, just about the best chance she's had all day, sent right into the silence, goes wide. Davidson again, trying to get it up the boards. Now down to Easton in the near corner.
Yeah, and Morrisville's getting the looks that they want here. They just have to try and correct and be a little more accurate on their shots here.
Over for Clark, sends it across. Easton a shot, goes wide. On the back of the net, Preston's able to get it off, but it's Clark controlling it right towards the center to score! And I believe that'll be Meadow Clark getting the nod for that one, or I think they will try to figure it out, and Madison Tompkins will lead the line towards the bench.
Yeah, and again, Rob, we talked about how Morrisville was able to was struggling in the first half to get any pressure on Oswego, especially in the goalie box there for Lexi Levy. But again, we just see here the Morrisville defenders doing a great job setting up. I believe it was Madison Tompkins for the goal there, and that's crucial here, Rob, because again, it's still a game. We still have another period to go. It's still the Mustangs cannot be counted out.
But contrary to last night, and I'm gonna do a hell of a pull here, Jason. Unlike one boss, Hank Humberflug, a man who strives for perfection, unfortunately, Lexi Levy will not get that one tonight, as she did last night.
Yeah, and yeah, she had two back-to-back shutout games, but now it ends here. But Madison Tompkins, respect to her, able to find the bottom of the net for Morrisville.
Oh, they score again! Alicia Bouchard! A stick right in front of Levy, and it goes into the net.
Lexi Levy just caught sleeping there. Wow, Rob, that's all I can say. Wow, two quick scores for the Mustangs, and this is a game now, Rob.
It is a one-goal contest. 3-2 is the score.
Wow, and
my goodness.
Just a pinpoint precision on the pass there, the setup, and it just, Lexi Levy didn't even see the puck coming towards her.
It just hopped right over her off the stick.
What a turn of events.
My goodness. Colia's shot, though. Canham coming up with the save.
Yeah, what a turn of events for this game. But really, it's the Mustangs. We talk about the Lakers, and yesterday, they were able to score two back-to-back goals in under 3 minutes. But now, it's the Mustangs striking back-to-back. I mean, it's just incredible. The script has sort of been reversed here.
Leola Johnson grabbing that for Mustangs. Sending it around is Nitre. Nitre carrying it up the boards. It'll go past Kennedy Kirkby. Keeping it in the neutral zone on the Lakers. Owen Majewski laying it one in on Allie Davidson. Sent right in for Corbett. Backhand shot save made by Canham. Nitre trying to get it away from Corbett. Up the boards it'll go from Bailey McMaster. 1:05 to go.
And an interesting thing to note, Rob, that the Lakers are back in full strength. When the Mustangs were able to register those two goals, they were in the power play situation, and now it's back to an even strength.
Ashley McGrath grabbing that off the back of the goal here. There's Jaden Kelly gets it at McGrath. McGrath up for Kirkostas. Here they come into the zone. Sophia Kirkostas sent it across. It'll go all the way back down the other way. Tilly Couture across towards Bouchard. It'll go past her. Shea Jazeel getting it back off the boards. Jazeel losing that. Trying to get it back. Tompkins, though, sending it in. Shell will block it. McGrath will get it out. Here comes Kirkostas. One-on-one with Emma Thompson. Emma Thompson, though, is able to swipe it away. Grabbing that, Elizabeth Cooley. Oh, it goes into the hands of Bouchard. Here comes Morrisville. Sends it in. A shot save made by Lexi Levy with 3.8 seconds left to go in the second.
Yeah, and this is a huge turn of events for Morrisville. This is a real opportunity now to prove themselves, to prove their toughness here in this game. Even strength here, but you have a good position here. If they can win this face-off, they'll be in a good scoring opportunity to go into the final period.
Face-off tied up, 1 to the boards. And that'll do it for a quite interesting second period of action here from the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. The score, after 40 minutes of regulation, 3 for the Lakers, 2 for the Morrisville State Mustangs, and a period in which the Morrisville State Mustangs outscored the Lakers.
Yeah, and Rob, if you looked at this, if you looked at the numbers on paper, 30-18, that's a shot differential. Oswego out shooting Morrisville, 20 shots on goal to Morrisville's 10, but again, 2 of those shots on goal found the bottom of the net. Just an incredible job from Morrisville, taking advantage of the opportunities offensively when they had the chance.
Absolutely, a few defensive relapses there from the Oswego State Lakers have resulted in this being a 1-goal game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll send it back up to the perch for our intermission report. We'll be back right here on WTOP 10.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it. Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker. Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
And welcome back into the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. What a second period we had there. I'm Mike Neckers, and alongside me is Matthew Rivenberg and our color commentator for the second period, Jason Samsel. Jason, how was it up in the press box?
Oh,
with
it
Rob?
was a ton of fun, honestly. I had a great time, and listen, it was a great game. I mean, I thought that it might have been a blowout situation going into the third period, but the fact that Morrisville was able to flip the script, score 2 back-to-back goals, and the second one really, Lexi Levy had no chance of even seeing. It was just great passing ability from Morrisville, and they're such a tough and scrappy team, and they've shown a lot of heart, especially in that second period. Down 3 goals, it's not easy to come back from, but again, they did a great job just really fighting, and they showed a lot of heart in that period.
Yeah, and Jason, I will say, before we get to talking about what happened in that second period, my score prediction and your score prediction are both out the window, completely done. Matthew is the only one standing.
Oswego just needs to score 2 more points for it to be a 5-2 win, so hopefully they do that.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible, Matthew. But now let's get into the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about some hockey. So Jenna Majewski scored pretty early on for the Lakers. Came down the ice, went past the bench doing the Oswego Lakers celebration. I'm sure Chris is going to yell at me from my microphone going in and out right here, but I don't care. But what a goal for the Lakers, a huge momentum shift, getting another goal back, and it was just really great.
Yeah, Jenna Majewski is a dynamic player for this Laker team. And again, she did not score in yesterday's game as well, so I think it extends it to 7 individual scores in the last 2 days for Oswego, the last 2 games for Oswego. So again, this Laker team just has so many weapons. And like I said, they're sort of like a viper. If you describe this team, they're like a viper, the way that they're able to just control the pace of the game, slow things down. But again, at any point, any player can step up and explode offensively, and that's what Jenna Majewski did.
Yeah, Lakers looked dominant in that first, I'd say 10-15 minutes, but then out of nowhere, the Mustangs come flying back in. Tompkins and Bouchard both score goals within a minute of each other, making it a 3-2 game and making this third period a lot more interesting.
Yeah, and the origins of that offensive barrage that we saw from Morrisville was because they were in the power play. And we've seen teams struggle in power play situations, but especially down the stretch of the regular season, you have to take advantage of your power play opportunities, and Morrisville did that beautifully. I mean, it was textbook, the way that they were able to take control of the numbers game in their advantage, and they were able to find 2 goals and make this a game. I mean, it's a 1-goal game. It's a completely different situation going into this final period.
Yeah, 2 goals past Lexi Levy, a phenomenal goaltender. And another goaltender who's been phenomenal today is Sydney Canham. 33 saves, 3 goals allowed, .917 save percentage. So really impressive from her to even allow those 3 goals to continue fighting, continue making big saves. She's really a trooper out there, Matthew.
Yes, she really is, and I'm looking to see what she does in this third period to see how she reacts to Oswego trying to go towards the goal.
Yeah, and she struggled a little bit in the first period, able to get that goal past her, that puck past her once. But again, she responded so well, and that's really indicative of this whole team, the way that they responded to adversity, down 3 goals. But she stood tall. I mean, the Lakers had a lot of opportunities in that second period, but she just stood tall, was well-disciplined, and was in the right position each time to make the saves.
Yeah, absolutely, Jason. And we saw it a lot in the first period. We didn't see it, I don't think, quite as much in the second, but it was definitely still very visible. That chippiness, that aggression out there on the ice. These 2 teams are battling out there, physically, mentally, whatever you want to call it. They're battling out there on the ice.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, we saw bodies flying. I mean, there was one play where 3 bodies fell in one play. It was incredible. But that's the type of chippiness that we see from Morrisville State. And again, they have to continue to be aggressive, go into the third period, and try and allow Oswego to commit more penalties. That's how they're going to get more good looks and try and tie things up in the third.
Yeah, so Matthew, I'm going to start with you on this one. So for the Lakers, of course, they're ahead 3-2 going into this third period. But what do they need to do out here on the ice in the third period to keep this lead and maybe even score a couple more? Get your score prediction right.
I think they just need to focus a little bit more doing the pass play and trying to avoid Morrisville players. I think if they do that and I think they can get a few more points to match the prediction of 5-2.
And Jason, anything to add there?
Well, I think for Morrisville, they have to continue to apply the pressure defensively for Oswego, and again, prevent line changes from occurring, because that's how you're going to wear down this Laker team, by not having as many fresh bodies on the ice. So if you can make them tired, you'll force the Laker women to commit more penalties, and that'll give them more numbers advantages and more scoring opportunities.
Yeah, so a somewhat similar question here, but if you're Mark Digby, the Lakers head coach in the locker room, Matthew, this one's for you. What are you telling them this time?
Keep trying harder. Don't let Morrisville's defense try to get after you, and just keep doing your best to make the score higher, because it is a close game right now, 3-2.
Yeah. And Jason, for Coach Briggs, what are you saying to your Morrisville players?
Well, I think if you're the Morrisville coach in this intermission right now, you're saying to them, hey, it's a totally different game. We're still in this, and you got to essentially come out as if it's 0-0, because that's how you're able to come out with a lot of energy and aggressiveness, and that's the reason why that's how they're going to get back into this, if they can come out aggressive in this third period.
Yeah, well, an extremely exciting second period, but there's one more thing we have to do before we go to the break.
So, Mike, you guys have to rock, paper, scissors on who's going to be calling the game for the third period. Place your bets. Ready, set, go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, no.
I get the call of the third period, man. Let's go. All right, I gotta go.
Yep.
Go get him, Jason.
Yep, go get him, Jason.
All right, folks, that's all from us here on the pregame show. We'll see you after the third period. But for now, just go to the commercial right here on WTOP 10.
Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
The Candlelight Show with Chloe and Anna. Like licorice, Twizzlers, absolutely nasty. The thought of turkey is just nauseating.
I think you're wrong, is what I think.
You think I'm wrong a lot of time.
I do think you're wrong a lot.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
As Sweet Caroline sings throughout the halls of the Deborah F. Stanley Arena, we're back up top of the Steve Levy press box. My name is Rob Finger, alongside Jason Samsel, the man who just won rock, paper, scissors to commentate this third period with me.
Yes, sir, man. And this is the ultimate prize, getting to call an exciting hockey game going into the third period. We thought it was going to be a runaway, Rob. Lakers were up 3-0, but again, the Mustangs able to strike and strike quick, making this an interesting final period.
Oh, hockey can be a cruel mistress, as now for whom the bell tolls, rings throughout the dab. This one will be crucial. The final period in a game that is separated by a single goal. The ever-dominant Oswego State Lakers against them, the underdogs that are the Morrisville State Mustangs. This one is going to be a period for the ages here, Jason.
Yes, it certainly will be. And listen, for Oswego State, they didn't even play a bad game offensively. They had great looks, 30 shots to 18. They outshot the Mustangs 30 to 18 at 20 to 10, the shots on goal differential. So listen, for Oswego, they just have to continue to play their offensive set well. And for the Mustangs, they have to get into the face of the Oswego defenders, be unafraid offensively and defensively, and try and cause either breakaway opportunities for Morrisville or try to get Oswego to commit more penalties, because it's in those power play situations that we were able to see the Mustangs able to register 2 goals.
20 minutes is all that separates us from this and the end of this game here. 32 shots for the Lakers so far, 19 for the Mustangs. A fairly even rate, a 900 for both of these goalies here still on this night. Coming around here, and it's Coley able to take it away. Leah Coley over towards Asher McGrath. Stealing it away, though, is Bailey McMaster. Sent right in on Davidson. Save made by Lexi Levy. We've got a penalty coming up, though.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Sydney Penty just absolutely body the Morrisville defender, and she'll go down to the penalty box there. But again, this is what Morrisville wants. They want numbers, and it is perfect for them. This is a prime opportunity to try and tie things up here.
Face off to the right of Lexi Levy there, negated by the far linesman. But nonetheless, we will have to take 2 to the right of Lexi Levy in the Lakers' end.
And Rob, Buffalo State, I mean, not Buffalo State, but rather Morrisville State has shown a lot of heart in this, towards the end of the second period and this period as well, just really being unfazed by the differential, the size differential between the Lakers skaters out there.
Kirkby over for Couture. Couture right in towards Tompkins. It's in the slot. It'll go over to the far corner, however. Bouchard up the boards for Couture. Tilly Couture, stopped away by Mac Hull. She's got space. Going with Bednarek on her side. Mac Hull, shot, save made by Sydney Canham. 3 for 3 on breakaways today.
And well, we talked about Mac Hull having a quiet night last night, and through the first period she had only 1 shot, and she had 5 in that second period, and she came out firing, had numbers on to her advantage. But again, a nice job from Canham, who's been impressive in the second and third period so far.
Absolutely. Sydney Canham standing on her head in net for the Morrisville State Mustangs. Referees talking here at the side. I'm not sure exactly what the decree is from them, but they'll report back to Mark Digby on the bench of the Oswego State Lakers. But, well, it looks like Digby is satisfied. We will play on right here in the Morrisville end. Morrisville, though, winning that one back. Madison Lawrence grabbing that. Sending it around over to the side. Bailey McMaster blowing a tire. She's able to get it up to Allie Davidson, though. Over for Tessa Musha. Musha getting it up and out of the zone. Long up for Madison Lawrence. Lawrence. Coming around Lizzie Burke there. And she's able to get it over for Tilly Patrick, who dumps it in.
Yeah, we're seeing a couple spills out from Morrisville, and that could be a result of fatigue. Again, we're not seeing as many line changes for Morrisville State, but with the Lakers, I mean, it's every couple seconds they're adding a new player in. And that's just crucial, especially going down the stretch here.
Well, especially one of the factors that plays into that is the length of the bench. The bench for the Oswego State Lakers is a lot longer in terms of how many players there are as opposed to the Morrisville State Mustangs, who are dealing with a little bit shorter of a bench in a game like this, where they have to keep up with the team, with the army that is the Oswego State Lakers. Coming in, Bouchard. Tompkins trying to get a shot off. Tilly Patrick, though, will deny. Patrick sending it all the way down. Canham stopping it with her stick, sending it over to the boards. Tilly Couture will grab it.
Yeah, Morrisville has to pick up the pace offensively. You still have numbers to your advantage. 10 seconds left in the power play opportunity. They really have to be aggressive here.
Spears grabbing it below the goal line, sending it right into the hands of Ashley McGrath. Here they come the other way. McGrath off the boards, trying to grab it back, but Couture sends it the other way. Here comes a 2-on-1. Kennedy Kirkby back towards Spears. They get a shot on it, goes wide. Megan Smith pressuring Kennedy Kirkby. Kirkby, though, unfazed, hands it to Allie Davidson. Coming across. Davidson, she tried to leave it for Bailey McMaster there. And a board battle now ensuing. Sophia Kirkostas in that. Pokes out there. Lauren Shell will grab it. Grabbing it, though, is Nitre, sending it all the way in. Lauren Shell. Sent in. Around towards Davidson. She puts a shot on, but it gets redirected wide of the net. Sending it right in is Nitre. Off the skate of Lauren Shell and wide of the net. Over towards the center, though. Megan Smith will grab it. Here comes Oswego. Megan Smith trying to get it up for Jenna Majewski. She gets high and up right into the glove of Sydney Canham for the stop with 16:31 left to go in this third period of play.
Yeah, and Rob, it's just so interesting to see the difference between for the Lakers defensively. When they're at full strength, the Morrisville Mustangs really just have to settle for slap shot opportunities, and they have to find a way to get past the Laker defenders.
Rachel Corbett coming into the zone. Majewski for Kelly. Shot blocked away. Kelly, though, trying to take another one. Corbett will grab it up for Pinty, though. Pinty back for Corbett. Around to the top of the circle. Into the slot it goes. Just wide of Canham's net. Over to the far boards. Rachel Corbett waits for it. She'll grab it. Trying to come through the middle, but it's turned away by the defenders. Here comes Ava Wagaman. Through the middle. Majewski able to reverse it. Jaden Kelly going forward on the near boards. Couture, though, handing it back to Wagaman. Wagaman through the middle. Over towards the far side. She will dump it in. Grabbing out of Cindy Pinty. Wagaman, though, still there to put some pressure on it. Gets sent back over for Leah Coley. All the way down. That one will go. And that'll be an icing with 15:42 left to go in this third period.
Yeah, and Rob, this goalie matchup between Morrisville and Oswego State is certainly interesting. Both goalies standing strong in this game. For Canham, she's up to 33 saves in the game already. And for Lexi Levy, 17 saves, 50 saves between the two of them. It's just absolutely incredible, the battle we're seeing.
Clark getting a quick shot in as it'll go all the way back the other way. Pinty over to the far boards, grabbing that for Leah Coley. Coley coming around below the goal line. Oh, under pressure from the other 7 on the ice, Madison Tompkins. Coley, though, getting back up and getting into it. Out it'll go. Madison Lawrence, a shot! It's turned away by Lexi Levy, and Coley denying the shot there from Avery Holland as she came in. Up now for Kirkby at the top. Shot blocked away by Pinty. Here they come the other way. Elizabeth Cooley, 2-on-1 with Burke next to her. Oh, denying the pass is Madison Lawrence. Lawrence will grab it. Back off the boards. Tessa Mucha, though, steals it. Mucha through the middle. Shot goes wide of the net. Into the far corner it'll go. Tessa Mucha will chase. Around into the hands of Madison Lawrence, though. Lawrence over for Clark. Meadow Clark coming across, getting into Thompson, stealing away is Ashley McGrath. Here she comes all alone. Shot! Oh, he's over the net. Madison Lawrence getting it out. Helen Van Dam, though, will steal it in the middle at the red line. Over the blue line now. Helen Van Dam lugging it into the zone. Right in close. Shot, save made, turned away as Ashley McGrath tried to get it back door. Morrisville going the other way. Kennedy Kirkby under pressure from Van Dam. Undeterred, though. She soldiers on. Smith, though, steals it. Over up the boards it'll go. Here comes Sophia Kirkostas. Kirkostas with McGrath. Over to her right. Gets it over for Smith instead. McGrath will get it on the near side. Emma Thompson getting it up past Bailey McMaster. As Davidson as well. Back Hull dumping it in. Hull putting on some pressure as Haley Eason sending it over to the near side as well as Emma Thompson. Off the boards it'll go for Bednarik. Bednarik for Preston. Preston across for Shell. Instead, it's Hull who picks it up. Mac Hull over for Riley Preston. Preston up the near boards, it'll go. Over the red line, dumps it in. Going in is Mac Hull. Going to grab it below the goal line in the far corner. Grabbing that though is Allie Davidson, chipping it out of the zone. Here comes Allie Davidson for Morrisville. Into the zone, letting the rest of her team go and change. As Simone Bednarik looks to steal it away. Allie Davidson getting a lot of stick action to Simone Bednarik. It'll go back deeper in the zone for Preston. Preston off the boards, it'll go up for Erica Parenti, who just can't skate quick enough to get it. Back down the boards, it'll go for Lomas. Lomas and Wagaman. Under pressure here, Parenti giving Wagaman a shot. As Lomas falling down, Preston will take it out. Over for Shell, back to Bednarik. Bednarik on the near side. Into the zone they'll go with Parenti. Parenti grabbing it on the far side. Erica Parenti around for Simone Bednarik. Bednarik, oh, tried to get it right to Corbett in front. She'll get it, but not in time to make a shot. Corbett coming back around. Oh, loses it. Spears will grab it. Instead, it's Leola Johnson trying to get it out, keeping it in on the Lakers. Corbett in the far corner. Sends it all the way around the near boards. Jaden Kelly having a skate to grab it off just as she came off the bench. Sydney Pinty keeping it in. Jenna Majewski now sending it all the way around over to the far side. Spears, though, will grab it and hand it off to Leola Johnson. Ava Wagaman dumping it all the way back down the other way. That will be an icing, though. She did not reach the red line.
Yeah, and Rob, for the Lakers, their passing ability has just been key here in this game. We saw Riley Preston look like she had just a one-on-one opportunity, but it was really a setup for Ashley McGrath, and I thought that was going through, but able to avoid a penalty, avoid a goal there in that situation.
Face off, one to the side. Grabbing that, though, is Morrisville. Meadow Clark grabbing it, making a move, handing it to Wagaman. Wagaman dumping it into the zone, right into Sydney Pinty, though, blocking it away, and Jaden Kelly will pick it up. Here come the Lakers into the zone. Kelly for Majewski. Oh, they're not able to get a shot off as Davidson denies. Under Majewski's skate there as Davidson sending it all the way around to the far side. Out of the zone it'll go. Bouchard trying to pick it up. She advances it forward to the stick. Lizzie Burke. Oh, Bouchard is able to steal it. Davidson trying to come in, but it's Van Dam getting it out. Emma Thompson sending it down right into the stick of Lexi Levy, who will decide to cover it as Tilly Couture came right in, and she was a little bit worried that she might swipe at it.
Yeah, and a nice job from Morrisville State, able to apply the pressure defensively for on the Lakers there. And listen, they were caught a little off guard in that last line change, but they were able to respond so beautifully and able to stay well disciplined and prevent any shots from going through.
Face off to the left of Lexi Levy in the Lakers end. Couture's shot, it goes wide. Sent right back off the back of the net. Lexi Levy will cover.
Yeah, and Rob, we've seen a couple of slap shots for Morrisville, but really they have to use it to their advantage. They have to use those slap shot opportunities and hope for a rebound shot coming their way, because Lexi Levy can't catch everything going her way. So you got to take advantage of the rebounding when the puck rebounds off, bounces off of Lexi Levy.
Face off once again to the left of Lexi Levy, tying that one up for the Lakers. It'll go right to Levy, and she will choose to cover it as to not risk any more damage done. 11:06 left to go in this third period of play. 3-2, still the score from the Dab. Face off one to the side by the Lakers. Getting that is Riley Preston, sending it over towards, I believe that was Ashley McGrath, and here come the Lakers. Kirkostas in the zone. Sent across. It'll go over to the near boards. Getting that out is Tilly Couture. Long all the way up. Lexi Levy coming out of her crease. Oh, she follows the puck as number 10, Allie Davidson, lost her stick. Couture setting it up right into the hands of Kirkostas, though. She'll dump it in. Kirkostas and the Lakers going for a full sail line change here. All the way down. And all the way, oh, right in the hands of Mac Hull. Hull coming up the other way. Mac Hull trying to get it over for Parenti. It'll instead go into the hands of Tompkins. Madison Tompkins up this time for Kirkby. Kennedy Kirkby denied by Coley at the red line. They'll send it the other way. Leola Johnson possessing it for Morrisville. Off the boards it'll go. For Parenti, now for Coley. Coley over towards Bednarik. She'll have to get it off the boards though. Instead, it's Madison Lawrence sending it back towards the boards. Pinty now fighting for it right below us. Pinty, Parenti, Holland, and Lawrence all fighting for it. Getting it out towards Mac Hall are the Lakers. Mac Hall, though, will send it back up the boards into the hands of Madison Lawrence. Lawrence through the middle. Over the blue line into the Lakers' end. Madison Lawrence poked away by Coley, and Mac Hull will pick it up. Right up for Kelly. Oh, Jaden Kelly's not able to get it past Kirkby, who sends it in. Sent all the way around for Sydney Pinty. Now up past Jenna Majewski. That'll be an icing as they send it a little bit too far.
Yeah, well, Rob, the way to stop this Morrisville team from scoring was Morrisville themselves, a broken stick on the great attempt there to try and score. And Lexi Levy got herself a gift because the puck was, the stick was in front of the puck, and that's the reason why they were not able to score there.
Face-off one back by Morrisville. Grabbing that instead is Emma Thompson. Thompson all the way over Bouchard. Here they come into the zone. Shot! Off the skate there. Here we go to the boards. Haley Eason around for Sydney Pinty. Pinty coming up the near boards, dumping it in. Around the boards it'll go. Thompson grabbing it. Off the boards, right into the hands of 24 Shea Jazeel, who keeps it in. Rachel Corbett will operate it below the goal line. Up for Van Dam. Oh, tipped away from her by Haley Eason. They're off to the races. Van Dam will win it though. Grabbing that puck. Off the boards it'll go. Van Dam blowing a tire as Majewski gets it for Corbett. Racing over to the far boards for it. Oh, Corbett left the puck, and did it go into the hands of Bailey McMaster? Here they come, a shot blocked away by Jazeel. It's still there though. McGrath's able to get it away. I think that was Van Dam instead. McMaster trying to get it back into the zone. Corbett for Jazeel. Shea Jazeel long up for Tessa Mucha. It'll go past her stick, and Clark will get it back into the neutral zone. Davidson dumping it in. Around it'll go to the near side. Elizabeth Cooley off the boards, chipping it. Cooley will take it through the middle. Up now for Burke. Lizzie Burke dumping it in. Elizabeth Cooley will chase. Cooley back to Burke. Burke back to Cooley, who tries to get it back to Burke, but she'll have to get it herself. Burke coming out with it. Up for Preston now. Preston at the top, shot! Turned away by a stick. It'll go up into the protective netting with 7:36 left to go in this third period.
And Rob, it's been a little back and forth action here in this third period. We've seen both teams with great looks thus far. But again, I think this is crucial here for Oswego. If they can score, it can do wonders for them to try and put this game away.
Absolutely. As McGrath tried to get that going fairly quickly, but Kirkby will grab it and send it out of the zone. All the way up for Lauren Schell. Now for Smith. Smith headmans it to McGrath, who is just a step over the blue line.
That was very close, Rob. Very, very close. But listen, I love the aggressiveness from Ashley McGrath. We've seen her all game being so aggressive offensively, and she's had a couple of great looks here just in this third period alone.
Absolutely. Ashley McGrath playing for her life here as Preston gets it back for Schell. Up for McGrath. McGrath for Smith. Here they come in the zone. Over to Costas. Right on in. Past the net of Sydney Canham. Over to the near side. Holland coming out with it. Under pressure from McGrath and Preston. She'll go to the boards with it. Kirkby, though, will forward it up. Leah Coley. Under pressure from Kennedy Kirkby as well as Preston. Kirkby soldiering through, staying with the puck, sends it towards the center. McGrath, though, will pick it up. Here comes Oswego over the blue line. Sent right in, and they will go and get a full sail change here. Clark off the boards, it'll go right into the hands of Lizzie Burke. Oh, she's not able to possess it in the zone. Madison Lawrence off the boards. Tessa Mucha getting it to Elizabeth Cooley. Cooley for Pinty. Oh, it's out of the zone. They'll have to regroup. Pinty up the boards it'll go. All the way around for Madison Lawrence. Lawrence Set up off the boards, it'll go. Van Dam. Van Dam across to Shea Jazeel. Up for Lizzie Burke, who dumps it in. Elizabeth Cooley grabbing that below the goal line. Coming around the far boards, leaves that back. Haley Eason will take it. Mac Hull putting on pressure, but Eason comes out. Eason through the middle, over the blue line, hands it right up towards Alexa Spears, who eventually gets it off a few redirections. It'll go into the zone. Jazeel, though, getting it out towards Preston. Or Parenti, I should say. Here comes Mac Hull into the zone. Hull across, trying to get it for Bednarik, but it goes past her skate. Spears sent all the way into the Lakers' end. Shea Jazeel looking over her options, gets it up for Parenti. Parenti long up towards Bednarik. It went over her stick all the way down, and that will be an icing.
Yeah, and Rob, for Oswego, they really have to prevent these broken up passes from occurring. And really, an interesting thing to look out for is Mac Hull being reinserted into this lineup. So it'll be interesting to see how she plays a factor here in the closing minutes.
5:24 still left to go in this third period of play. 3-2, still the score. Shell around for Bednarik. Bednarik back for Shell. Couture putting on all the pressure she can. Bailey McMaster as well. Parenti's there. Bednarik's there. But Shell will come out with it. Oh, and it goes into Nitre. A quick shot goes wide of Lexi Levy's net. Bednarik trying to grab it off the near boards here from Couture. McMaster comes out with it. Across. Shot. Oh, off the iron. It looked like it went off that crossbar. How close can you come? Simone Bednarik coming around. Up for Parenti. Off the boards it'll go. Nitre will have to race for it. Nitre over for Mac Hull in the zone. Back up those far boards it'll go though. Holland for, I believe that is Jenna Majewski. Majewski now for Corbett. Dumping it into the zone. Corbett chasing it. And she will try and grab it. It's stolen away though by Morrisville as here they come the other way. Coley keeping it in though. A redirect almost found Twine. It just went wide. Pinty with Kelly. Jaden Kelly fighting for it with Holland. Avery Holland sending it over to the far side. Rachel Corbett will grab it. Sending it rimming it around the far boards. Majewski, leaving that. Jaden Kelly failed to get it. Avery Holland will get it off the boards. And up for Kirkby. Kirkby at the boards. Holland will send it in. Leah Coley in the Lakers' end. Around for Majewski up the boards. She will dump it in. And the rest of her team will go get a change. Pinty will stay. Down the river it'll go all the way back into the Lakers' end. Spears grabbing it for Morrisville. Off the boards. The Lakers just trying to pickpocket it for it as it goes back below the goal line. Pinty for Shell. Shell now for Burke. Burke up for Mucha. Mucha for Cooley. Here comes Elizabeth Cooley into the zone. Sent across. It'll go to the far boards. Haley Eason trying to get it out of the zone here. 3 minutes remain here from the Deb. Sent in by Morrisville. Below the goal line it'll go. Riley Preston for Elizabeth Cooley. Tried to get it for Megan Smith there who blew a tire. Right in the center. Davidson. Shot goes wide. Cooley up the boards it'll go. Past Nitre. Into the Morrisville end as they go for a change again. Just trying to get as fresh of legs as they can for the last push. Davidson sent in. Michelle sending it off those near boards. Rolling all the way down. And that is not an icing. I think Canham wanted an icing there.
Yeah, well, Rob, an interesting thing to keep your eyes on if you're Morrisville is Couture getting back into the game.
Coming back in, shot goes wide. McGrath sending it for Van Dam. Van Dam up for Parenti. Here they come the other way. Up for Kirkostas. One-on-one with Madison Lawrence. Kirkostas denied. Lawrence up for Couture. Past Davidson. It'll go up for Jazeel. Jazeel off the backboards over for Leah Coley on the near side. Coley Up the boards it'll go. Through the middle. Leah Coley. Over for Matt Cull on the far side. Gets it past her. Bednarik trying to keep it in. It'll go up into the seating.
Yeah, and for the Lakers, they have to try and slow things down now. This is not the time where they're playing like they're behind here in this game. They really have to try and slow things down. But for Morrisville State, Tilly Couture, great shot there on the other end. But again, they just have to, Morrisville has to win this face-off and try and find good opportunities to score.
1:33 remaining here in regulation time. Grabbing that, Matt Hull just trying to eat time. The Lakers will win it by an inch. They will win it by a mile. They'll win it however they have to. Below the goal line for Thompson. Bednarik. Now Thompson. Up for Hull. Hull across. Denied by Canham. Thompson coming around, just trying to get it out of the zone. Without a glove, she gets it out. Kirkby. Now for Tompkins. They will call Canham to the bench. Bednarik, though, with an opportunity. Canham's having to run back. Hull coming into the zone. Diving for it is Lawrence. Over for Bednarik. Bednarik for Kelly. Shot blocked away by Canham. Here comes Morrisville the other way. Canham will go to the bench. Haley Eason just trying to keep it in the zone. Majewski trying to do anything with it. Backhand shot. Savoring. Rebound. Oh, it's over the net. The biggest shot that she could have ever made, and it's over the crossbar. Shot from Bouchard. Blocked by Corbett. Out of the zone it goes. 17 seconds remain. And that will be icing. 15 seconds exactly remains on the board. And we have an offensive zone face-off for Morrisville.
Oh my goodness, Rob. Tensions are high in this one. We saw the shot from Tilly Couture almost going through, just a little wide, high and above.
My goodness, Allie Davidson will be watching that back in her head for eternity.
Yeah, and here's the thing for the Lakers. 15 seconds left. You just have to stand tall defensively here. And for the Mustangs, they really have to try and find any way they can get into Lexi Levy's press box there, Lexi Levy's goalie box there, and try and disrupt her and get the puck past her. It's just so tough to do so.
Lexi Levy getting a drink of water just below us as she's had quite a time in this game.
And what a response from Lexi Levy, letting 2 goals past her in that second period. She's responded really well in this third period. Just shows the type of discipline that she has as a goalie.
Morrisville will break. They send out Couture, Lawrence, Bouchard, McMaster, Eason, and Allie Davidson. And in response, the Lakers send Majewski, Preston, Shell, Corbett, and Kelly, and with Lexi Levy backing them up. 15 seconds remain.
Yeah, and from Morrisville, you're looking for Tilly Couture, Madison Lawrence. Those are 2 real key offensive players here.
One back by Morrisville. Couture, shot, goes wide. Around for Lawrence. Lawrence, Majewski puts a hit. Easton towards the center. Levy's able to stop it. Oh, and we've got some fisticuffs now.
And motion's running high here, but Lexi Levy, what a great job preventing any part of that puck to get past her. She just, again, she's just at the right place at the right time and just remains so well disciplined.
5 seconds. 5 seconds on the board. The final push. Can Morrisville tie it? One back by the Lakers. Shell sends it around up into the netting with 0.2 seconds left. They don't want this to end.
It's a never-ending game, Rob. This is unbelievable. I mean, 0.2 seconds left. You're really limited on what you can do. You just have to hope that Oswego misses this face-off.
Face-off to the left of Levy, and the Lakers win it. A new record after 28 seasons of Lakers women's hockey. No team has ever been so dominant. 20 wins in a single season. A new record for Oswego.
Rob, it was not pretty. It was a nitty-gritty team. Credit to Morrisville, the resilience that they showed in this game. But again, I think this game is really reflective of how the Lakers have been from last season to this season. Last season, we saw them deal with adversity, just like they dealt with adversity here today, letting 2 goals in that second period. But again, they responded so well, just like they responded this year so well to the pressure from the tensions that they dealt with. They blew a playoff game last year, but they've responded so well, and it's cause for celebration here to celebrate what this team has done, what they've accomplished this season. Just an incredible nitty-gritty performance from the Lakers, doing whatever it takes to get the job done here today.
The Oswego State Lakers, if I'm not mistaken as well, with that, it puts them even with Plattsburgh. But because of their shootout win earlier in this season on this very ice, that puts the Oswego State Lakers #1 in the SUNYAC, going into the SUNYAC playoffs. Yep. What a game from the Lakers. And what a game as well from Morrisville. We just have to recognize that.
Yeah, absolutely. They did a great job, especially in that second period, able to strike twice. And credit to Canham. She dealt with a lot of shots coming her way, especially in that third period. Finishes with 33 saves. I mean, those are Lexi Levy numbers, but she was just incredible for Morrisville and really kept them in the game in this third period.
Jaden Kelly getting the 3rd star. Rachel Corbett getting the 2nd. And who will be the 1st? Jenna Majewski, the #1 star on a historic night in Oswego.
And it just speaks to how much depth that this team has. I mean, 3 individual scorers for the Lakers. They have such a great cast of characters here for this Oswego team. It makes them so dangerous because you don't know who is going to step up in this game. I mean, as we mentioned, 7 individual scores in the last 2 games for the Lakers. It just makes it so tough for a team to try and find who to highlight on this offense. You have to be aware of everybody on the ice.
Well, hockey fans, we hope you've enjoyed it here from the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. But don't go away. We will have our post-game show. You've been watching us right here on WTOP 10 Sports. I've been Rob Finger alongside Jason Samsel. We'll send it to break, but join us for the post-game show.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
It's Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one. Matthew,
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTLP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTLP.
And welcome back into the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena for our post-game report. As you can see on the camera now, we have our general manager, Kenny Gerard, and our sports director, Michael Shetler, arguing in a split box on our broadcast. But we're going to cut it to us now. I'm Mike Neckers. Alongside me is Matthew Rivenberg, Jason Samsel, and joining us now is Rockin' Rob Finger from the press box. What a phenomenal third period we had here, gentlemen.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. That was a third period for the ages. It was, for such a historic night like this, it's so fitting that we have a close, hotly contested game like this. I don't think that I would have had it any other way.
Yeah, I mean, a great third period, great showing from both teams. The Lakers were able to hold on, not allow a third goal, but it got pretty close there at the end. I thought Morrisville was going to get it a couple times.
Oh, yeah, it was very physical the whole game. Like, you could see them all bouncing into each other. I believe that there were a few players fighting. It was a good third period, a third period to remember.
Yeah, definitely a couple of scuffles out there on the ice, but the Lakers able to hold on, like I said, and just a great win and a record-breaking win for the Lakers tonight.
Yeah, and for Morrisville, credit to them. They took advantage of the power play opportunity. They had a couple of great shots as well. They only shot it 19 times, and throughout the game, they only had 33 shots. But again, those power play opportunities were crucial for them in keeping them in this game, and especially to open the third period in the power play was crucial for them. I thought they were going to find the bottom of the net, but it was to no avail.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the win for the Lakers, they're going to tie themselves for first place with the Plattsburgh State Cardinals, and they have the win on the tiebreaker. So that'll put the Lakers in first place in the SUNY Conference, push Plattsburgh down to second. Of course, Cortland in third, already clinched. And Morrisville and Canton, that battle for fourth place, that last playoff spot, just got a whole lot closer.
Oh, absolutely. The SUNY is coming down to the wire, whether it be here on the women's side or on the men's side. It's all coming down to just the last few games here to determine seeding, where everyone will be, where the games will be. It's going to be a hotly contested SUNY tournament here coming up in a few weeks.
Yeah, and we absolutely hope that we are able to bring you some more hockey in Oswego. It's been so much fun doing this season, but that's going to be it for us for our post-game report. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night for our rescheduled men's hockey game. It's been rescheduled twice, hoping they'll actually get to play it this time against the Cortland Red Dragons.
Well, I hear that there's going to be some snow tomorrow, so fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. It's a crucial game for the Lakers and for the Red Dragons as far as playoff seeding goes. But that's all the time we have for WTOP 10. I've been Mike Neckers, Matthew Rivenberg, Jason Samsel, Rob Finger, and thank you to our producer, Chris DeLuca. Have a great night.
Have a good